What's up, guys? We're going to BroBeatzTV, and today I want to show you guys the best plugin on the market right now, at least in my opinion. I think this is probably the most flexible, customizable, fun plugin to use to date. Maybe there's something I'm missing out. I know there's other ones like Vitals and stuff that are really cool, but I think this one is unmatched right now. So this is Minimal Audio's current. Okay, I'll just get the elephant out the room. Yes, you have to pay for it. I think normal price is 200. I got mine for $100. There was a sale. I don't know. I'll leave a link only because I think this plugin is actually good and it's actually modern and it has everything you would ever need in it. So I'm not going to go over knobs and stuff like that. As you can see, I'm just going to go through the basic stuff so you can get a general idea of like what's in here. So if you're a sound designer, you like making sounds, this plugin you're probably going to want to check out. So we just have this little ARP here. I just chose a little ARP just for a little sound. But if you ever use Portal or Thermal, you can mix the effects. So they have this on the front page. So like if you were to move right, and you could do this real time. Okay, so I think that right there is just nice, right? And they have their scales and all this other stuff, right? But I think just that, if you just want to just experiment with some stuff, you can go ahead and do that, right? If you want to. Next, okay, and we'll just go through the engine, the effects, and like the stream, right? So if we click engine, this is where you make the sound. Of course, we all know oscillator AB, every plugin has this, and there's a ton of knobs here. I am not going to talk about knobs. I want to just talk about the main stuff that, at least for me, I've been asking out of every single synth that ever come out. I will exclude Omnisphere because Omnisphere previously was this, in my opinion, but this is like a modern kind of synth, right? But you have your little mixer, you can have your little stuff over here. They also have tons of presets of like so it's not just, oh, you just click this and you got to make your own presets. No, you could just click through and find your own little shapes and stuff like that, and I think that's great. Again, you can also automate all of this stuff. You can literally automate all of it. They also have, if you look down here, they have a chord section, and they have this little ARP section, right? So, and I can't really show you exactly what that does right now. When we make a beat with this, just here shortly, I actually picked a preset where it utilizes this, and it just makes everything 10 times easier. You have your ARP, which I'm using right now, and I'll choose another ARP that I have. We'll choose a different sound just so it's not the same. Okay. I've been asking for ARPs in all, like, I don't know why Serum doesn't update and put an ARP engine in there, because ARPs are nice. That's why Electric X was so good, because they had the ARP feature in there, right? But yeah, I'm just burst through these. You know, you have all this stuff on the side, all that extra stuff, you know, more for like people who know what they're doing. And then you have a granulizer. This is amazing. They have a granulizer in here. Okay, if you know how to use that, you can utilize that. Again, you can kind of load these samples, all this stuff. I'm not gonna go through that, but for the people that know, that's great. Samplers, you can also load in samples. That's why Omnisphere was so great as well, because you can load in like actual sounds rather than just mess around with the wavetables. Okay, so all of the nerdy stuff out the way, we're just gonna go on, and of course, effects. So all these effects, they actually do have, these will, I guess they'll be individual plugins, but they're in the VST themselves, so you don't really need them. They're here. Again, they're just effects, right? Like, I don't know what you want me to say, but they're just effects. And the reason I'm showing you all this is because, like, just think of the capabilities you have with everything being integrated together. So your effects, your play, all of this, right? And there's presets here, right? So let's say you go to stream, okay, and this is where like you have your user presets, sounds, all that. So if we just had like user presets, okay, we can click one of these and you can have effects built in to your presets. So like if I made, like, let's say I made this preset right here, whatever, right? You can have specific effects for those presets, and it's all integrated together. So it's not like you got to try to find this and that, right? Or go to your mixer. It's all here, and that's why I think it's so amazing. But yeah, let's go to stream. It's kind of real wrap up here. We have your packs. Like the design, is cool, whatever, right? You can add your pictures. We all love the pretty pictures and stuff, right? Yeah. Wavetables. So if you want to make your own sounds, of course, you can kind of come in here. And they do have a cloud too. I'm not sure if like they'll allow people to upload stuff. So far, it seems like it's like their stuff that they're promoting. Don't really need it, but it's there. Okay, if you want to look for new sounds to mess with. And then one other thing they have, and this will be the last, is they don't just have sounds and presets in here. They actually have like one shots and loops. So if you go here, you'll see we have one shots, and not all of these are just like simple little sounds. Some of them are actually like phrases and stuff. I don't think I can find one, but you just see there's Foley. You can play around with that if you make some cool claps, snares, effects, loops. They actually have loops in here. So if you want to implement that into your sound, you can see you can kind of play around with those with some of these knobs. And I'm sure a lot of you can see just how cool this can be. And I want to go ahead and wrap this up. They have vocals, you know, stuff you can mess with there. Again, all of this you can manipulate. So there's that. I know we took a long time going through it, but there's a lot. Okay, so, and keep in mind, you can automate all of this, okay, with your envelopes and everything. Okay, so keep all of that in mind. Now I want to make a beat with this, just to kind of show you like what it's capable of and how easy it is to make melodies. So let's hop into it. Looking for a deeper learning experience? Check out our courses over at Producer Portal. And if you're new to producing, the Ultimate Beginner course is perfect for getting you up to speed with the rest of us. Now let's jump back into the video. Now we're gonna go ahead and start our melody. So the first sound that I kind of picked that I thought was cool was this holding on preset. I just thought it just sounded real cool. But this is actually utilizing that chord that I was talking about, the chord system, which is really cool. So we could probably just use that. And I don't think I'll be able to stop that. I don't know how to do that, but we'll use this right here. Oh, there we go. And I think I want that to be like my bass, okay? And we'll break the melody up. We spent a lot of time on the overview, so I want to kind of keep this simple, but also make it sound good. Our next sound for this is, what is this? This is a bass. So this is a dark matter bass, okay? Now some of these I'm not sure if they're factory. I just remember just listening to them and picking them. So this is bass dark matter. I just picked this one. Just a simple little bass, right? And we could just use this now, whatever. Usually I like doing the bass last, but it's here, so it doesn't really matter. And we can kind of Control D, and I'm gonna zoom in just so you can see the notes a little bit better. And then we'll go backwards. A little basic pattern. Okay, we get the gist of it. I like that. I'm gonna run with it. Next we have, what is this? Okay, we got some little bells, boxes of pieces. I'll favorite that actually. You can see the range that this plugin has. It's just amazing. So what are we gonna do with this? Let's do something offbeat. Oops. I like that. Okay, and we'll quantize that. Very simple. Okay. I kind of want to keep this same vibe going, but I want to change it. So like maybe right here we could play around with this. now we'll copy it over and just change up this part a bit. And let's see. And then we could play around with this right here. I like that note. Boom. Let's try that. Ooh, okay. That's nice. All right, I like that. So those are the first 3 sounds we have, okay? And then I'll just break it up and we'll do the next 2 here just so you can click through. Now we're gonna finish it up and add our other little sounds here. So these would kind of just like be background sounds, textures, accents, etc. Abstract drift is a sound that I picked. It's another little key. You can see a lot of these sounds, they aren't just made for EDM. As you can tell, a lot of these have that like dark trap or dark rap beat type of feel, like something that you will want for that, or if you want to make like a soul sample. So they're not just EDM sounds, right? And I like that. So let's, I don't know. Let's move that over. Copy that. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Lastly, what do we have? A dusty organ. Okay, so that is that preset. This is a lead. And I think this sound is a lot, so we probably want to go easy on it. Let's do a thirds, and let's just kind of figure out where we want to put this. So maybe like right here. And then we flip it. Well, I'm gonna just do it. Okay, I am satisfied with that. So we're done with the melody. I think what we do now is we turn this into a sample so that we can make a beat with it. Yeah, we go ahead and end it. So let's go ahead and do that. Now we're gonna go ahead and turn this into a sample. So this is very easy. Just kind of pull it down. So we don't have any effects, so we can just kind of flat out record it. And I'll just do it this way because usually there's a like short delay in the front when you automatically do it sometimes. So this way I just like doing it so there's no delay. Okay, and then I'll just name it. We could talk render. We'll do no effects. So we know there's nothing there. So there's our sample. We can kind of mess with it now. So now what we're gonna do is add some effects to this. Now let's go over the effects. So I didn't do too much. I just loaded up a preset. You've seen me use this preset before, just kind of redoing it. So OTT compressor on top, and this lightens it up a bit. So I'm gonna turn everything on in order. So you can see we have the EQ. Right, so there's that little EQ we have, and then with the OTT, so it just lightens it up, makes it a little bit more usable. You can kind of pull it back if you need, but there's that. And then we have this elastic pitch. Usually I do +4 or -4, so it is what it is there. So okay, and that's gonna help give that like sample sound. And then from there you would chop it, or you could just use this juggling science preset, which I chose here. This is the returner. All right, and then on top I just kind of took out some of it because you can see it's like super high, like that, super high end. So I just took some of that out with this basic EQ, and that's pretty much it. That's the preset. You could probably spread it. I could use fat filter to do this, but actually here, while we here, let's do a reverb, and we'll do a spread reverb. We'll just take out the bass. Just to widen it a bit. So those are the effects that I use for this. Now it's prepped for a beat, so we're gonna go ahead and make the beat. Now we're gonna go ahead and start our drums. So one fix that I did was this bass, I had it like this, which it didn't sound bad here, right? But it didn't sound bad because of how the bass is, but when we have our like 808 there, it'll be out of key, so we don't want that. So we're gonna copy this, pull this to our 808, and then remember we went up 4 here, so we just go up 4 here. So 1 2 3 4, and pull it up once or twice. Okay, and yeah, from here with our 808, you know, we just kind of add. Okay, perfect. So there we have that. All right, I like that. And then I don't like to ruin the end, so I'm gonna just do the drum solo kind of. We have this little drill little thing, so okay, it's like a little perk from this misery kit. I don't know where it's at. If you have the kit, it should be like, oops, I don't know. This is enhanced. We need to go to new. I don't know, it's somewhere here. It's in junk. Yeah. And then what I did here was I just put this envelope on so I can control how long it plays. So we'll actually do that. We'll just stop it like right here. I want us to stop like right before. And then we can go ahead and restart it. Okay, so that's just like some extra perks in the background just to fill it up. So now we don't have to do much here, right? We could just kind of play around with this. Why is it so loud? This one. I swear it's something is playing twice, because it wasn't that loud when I first clicked it in, but it is what it is. Let's add the kick, and then we'll add the hi-hat last, because we already got like a bass hi-hats in. turn those up. And I really need to. This is bothering me. I don't know what, like, why it's doubling. Is it 2? No, it's not. Whatever. Okay. Let's do the hi-hats. This is real simple stuff from here, right? Just kind of just make whatever you think will sound good. And let's do a little chop here. Do a chop there, and then okay, I'm cool with that. I'm gonna copy this over like this, boom, just so we can have like a consistent rhythm. Okay, and that is pretty much the beat. Of course, I might need to like do a little bit of mixing because my drums are, I don't know what's happening with them right now, but let's go ahead and play. And now we have our beat made with current. So I'll just flip through the sounds as we play. And I gotta definitely fix that mix for the outro, but that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.